Today on Food Journey, it's all about speed and good eats. How quickly can we put together a meal for you that you'd really love to eat when you have little time to cook? It's a race against the clock on today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome to Food Journey. Today I'm going to be cooking in real time, and that means there'll be no assistance on set or any pre-prepping or any beautiful displays. Today I'm cooking just like you, and I'm doing it in under 10 minutes with 3 quick recipes that you're going to love, starting off with something about suya. Deciding what to eat and how to prepare it quickly while stuck in traffic in Lagos is daunting. The best you can do sometimes is stop and grab something from the veggie stall, or, like me, a night stop at a suya joint. And this is where our story begins for our first recipe, with something very, very familiar. Why suya? Because it is loaded with beautiful spices, which is going to make this stir fry I'm trying to do for you absolutely delectable. I've got some cabbage here, lovely. I've got some onion. I've got some beautiful tatashe, green pepper, yellow pepper, a carrot, some tomato, and a pepper. They all need to be washed. As you can see, they've got dirt on them from the market. So the first thing I do is soapy water, everybody. Soapy water. Let's get that started. Okay. Little soapy water at the base of my, and it's okay, it's soap, but we need to actually clean these, so in they go. Primary rinsing, everybody, primary rinsing. That's it, because we are going to give these another rinse. Just a splodge. There we go. And that is going to give me the reassurance that these veggies are really clean. 1, 2, 3. In you go. Rinse off very nicely, thank you. Lovely. And done. Okay, let's get our basket out the way. Let's have a look at this suya. We love it. Here it is, all wrapped up. Let's have a look at what we've got. Oh boy, lovely. The yaji, we love that. I'm gonna use this bag for my rough ends. There we go. Kind of just keep it nearby. Let's pop that back. Right, done. Next thing, cutting board and knives. Got those. What we're going to do with this cabbage is we're going to cut a chunk of it, and we're actually going to get it going by steaming a little bit of it, okay? Because we need to have this a bit softer to go into our stir fry so it just doesn't burn, all right? So let's do that. That's a nice chunk there. No, look how beautiful that cabbage is. Chop, 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 just like that, and in half. Since this takes the longest to steam, and we don't want to waste any time, do we? Let's go get that pot.
Really flying the music. Okay.
Big chunks. So easy. Pepper, slices and slices. Yes, there's pepper on the suya, but a little more because I like it hot, seeds and all. let's grab this yellow one for some prettiness factor. And just cut it up. Avoid the seeds in this case. Here we go. So the idea is all of these are going to be stir-fried together beautifully with the suya, and we're going to have a beautiful result. Just drain this. That's all. Easy does it. Let it drain in the colander. Okay, a little oil. We need that. A little soy. We need that too. 2 tablespoons is enough. And let that get hot. All in there. Just try not to get the tomato in as well. We don't need that yet. Look at those colors, gorgeous. Love them. And just let that go a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, carrots in. There we go. Come and have a look at this. Lovely. I don't want anything to be soggy. I do still want a bit of a crispy crunch. Time for the cabbage. Let's get that in there. It's up to you how much you put in, but really, for me, half of this will do. For the amount of meat we have. Let's get some little bit of spice in there. I love curry powder, you all know that. So just a tiny little pinch of that. Beautiful color too, it's gonna add in there. Look at that, just a lovely sprinkle of that in there. And guess what? It's time for the suya. I'm literally chucking it in. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Love this. So quick, so easy. And do you see what I meant about everything from the meat bleeding into the vegetables, adding that lovely ginger spice and things like that. Last but not least, everybody, just a little bit of soy. And here we go, a little splash of soy. To get to know each other. Whatever amount of couscous you make, the rule of thumb for me is water just to barely cover it. Water in, that lovely cabbage water. Don't worry about the bits of cabbage, it won't kill you. There we go, just enough to cover, and cover that. 30 seconds later, we are going to be ready to eat.
Really flying the music. Okay.
We all love the occasional pizza, don't we? But it can be a real trial ordering it and all that waiting when we need quick results. So here's a sassy one, which you can whip up in the twinkling of an eye. I call it just a minute pizza. Pizza can't be easier than this, with a 1, 2, 3 step towards a yummy meal. Are you ready for some sassy pizza time? It's really easy to make, and believe me, just takes a few minutes. The thing that takes the longest, however, is the sauce. So we're gonna get ready and start doing that right away. The rest of it is toppings, and pop it in the grill. What could be so easy? Let's go through the items one by one. Let's take out the first one. Some tuna. I'm using tuna in oil. Plum tomatoes. Some lovely olive oil. some onion, some tatashe, and some green pepper. And of course, pita bread. Love that. That's going to be our base. Let's wash these.
Really flying the music. Okay.
This is our base. Little green to add to the party. There we go. I'm using plum tomatoes today. I like those because it's nice and easy. Okay, we're up to speed now. I'm going to be adding some tomato paste. 2 tablespoons in there. And just cook that out a little bit. Let's see, soy sauce, my secret ingredient, Italian seasonings, and how about some pepper? We're moving fast, so we don't have time. Okay, it's about time to add the tomato. In that goes. Let's get the old spoon out and start adding. Love that. Some heat. Little pepper. And of course, the old Italian seasoning. Let's get that in there too. Be a little generous with that. And give it a stir. Oh, lovely. It's coming good. Just the thickness we want. Pinch of sugar. And we'll just let that go for a minute. That's the sauce done. Wonderful. Basic pizza sauce isn't difficult to make, and it will be your spice blend which will make it your own. The best pizza I've really ever had in my life was in Capri on the coast of Italy. The cheese has just got to be mozzarella because of its meltability. The best type that you can use is really buffalo milk mozzarella. It's hard to get here, but we are using what's locally available. A little soy, my secret ingredient, splodge of that. Always better than salt. Now it's really ready. Let's taste it. Taste. Lovely. We can switch that off. Done. Now, the toppings. What we need is mozzarella and tuna, which I chose because it's relatively inexpensive and everyone can get it. Grate it when it's cold, everybody. It's easier to grate. It's a softer cheese. How much mozzarella? You never have too much. If you like it really cheesy, cheese away. I got some hot tuna. Look at that. I've got a chili in there. Isn't that amazing? And here is our base, pita bread. You can buy this in most supermarkets. Make sure you go for the pita bread that's still soft to the touch. You can do that from the outside and know what's fresh and what's not. I'm going to take one piece. Let's see which one I like. Let's have the top one. Oops, it's a little big, but we'll make it fit. There we go. First things first, the sauce. I think we'll scooch things over like that. So we want a little bit of that sauce on our pita bread, like so. There we go. Not too much. I've got enough sauce here to probably make 3 or 4 pizzas. And the idea, distribute it around like so. Leaving a bit of the edge there. Almost like a deep pan pizza, but not. So here's a result in less time than you imagined. A custom-made pizza made with simple things. So easy to make, so good to eat. Well, I've saved the best for the last. Something that I've really come to enjoy. A tummy-warming and delicious bowl of Asian soup. The mix of flavors and the veg and the meat contents will really tickle your taste buds and leave you nourished and smiling. And it'll just take you a handful of minutes to prepare. So start that clock. Last but not least, we have a lovely little Asian flavored drinking soup with noodles and chicken. This is so easy, anybody can do it. So let's get started just seasoning up that chicken, preparing our vegetables, and guess what? Everything in one pot. Don't you just love that? First, I need a bowl because we need to season the chicken breast. I chose that, obviously, because we don't have to waste time skinning it. Already on my fire, I've got a little bit of chicken stock, which I made from chicken itself. So, slicing up the breast. It's going to be all meat and no fat or very little. And all we need to do is cut this into nice bite-sized pieces, removing any fat along the way. And we'll just transfer this to a bowl for seasoning. What do we need? Soy sauce, garlic powder, and sugar. I've got that down here. So, just quickly, a little garlic powder. Remember, this is all about speed, so get that on there. I don't want the chicken to taste bland. A little sugar. And a splodge of soy. That's my little seasoning, light soy. And just work that into the chicken. That can be set aside now while we prepare our veg. So let's process our leeks. You can see all this bit down here has been in the earth, and we need to take off some of the layers so we're left with the beautiful stuff. If we just split this a little bit, you can see all these layers, and we're just going to take these over and give them a rinse just to make sure there's no sand or grit in that. That's nice and clean. Okay? Beautiful. Next up, the spring onion. Ginger, our spicy warmth, and part 1 of the equation for the broth. Less is more. We'll need sweet sliced carrot and our oniony leeks to complement each other in our broth, and cabbage too, full of flavor. Drop in my leeks, my carrots, ginger, cabbage. In that lovely broth, and give that a moment. We're going to need the zest of this lemon, and we're going to use just the outer yellow part, okay, on the grater. If you have lemongrass, use it. If you just have a lemon in your fridge, just use a bit of lemon zest. The elements needed in a broth such as this are sweet, salt, umami, heat, and sour tastes. Some fish sauce. A nice squodge. A little sugar. Right, while that's bubbling, let's do the garnish. I do like a spring onion. Cut nicely for the end bits. We've got chicken to add and noodles. I'm using ramen. We love that. So 2 small packets. In it goes. And just allow that to cook. They're instant. We won't have to wait too long. Then we'll add our chicken. And guess what? We're done. Some of the soups that I've been enjoying in town recently have all of these elements, and fresh vegetable and noodle bulk it out beautifully. These ones are from Indonesia. So in just a few minutes, following some basic Eastern flavor influences, you have a complete meal. It was so simple as 1, 2, 3. So there you have it, 3 marathon meals, which won't hurt your pocket, take your time, or shake your nerves, food journey style. Hope you'll try this. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the show today and you've learned how to cook in a speedy fashion. You can do it. Just dedicate your time, your energy, and a little organization, and you'll have everything right. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Food Journey has a new Instagram. It's FOODJERNY @Food Journey. So if you were following us before, please come and follow us here now.